Long ago, King Acrisius was the ruler of all of Argos, until one day his oracle had told him of a prophecy that stated his daughter Danae were to bore a son who would grow up and kill him. Hoping to avoid this, he locked her away in a tower to never see men again. Unfortunately, Zeus appeared to her in a golden shower, impregnated her, and she had a son who she named Perseus. After Acrisius had found this out, he locked Danae and Perseus away in a chest and sent them off to sea, where luckily a farmer had found them and raised them on a new land under a new king. Unfortunately, this king sought after Danae's hand in marriage countless times, and Perseus always stopped it. So when Perseus turned 18, the king sent him on a quest, hoping to never see him again, and he could marry Danae against her will. But Perseus returned with Medusa's head, killed the king, and then returned to his homeland, where he accidentally killed his grandfather with a stray discus at the Olympics, fulfilling the prophecy. My yaya, or my grandmother, told me this story when she was deciding on what to name my mother, Danae. And although she didn't have much to tell me about our ancestors or where we came from, she did tell me a lot about our culture and how much it meant to us and how much it meant that we embraced it. So my purpose today is to teach you anything I can about Greek culture that Mamma Mia or my big fat Greek wedding could ever teach you. Today we're going to go over etiquette, customs, and cuisine. So my sources I've used were The Do's and Don'ts, Greek Customs and Etiquette by Bex Hall, How Greek Traditions Work by Jilly Jarakaz, and The Lowdown, Greek Cuisine by Sayobin Hagardi. I know we're thinking, why do I need to know about Greek culture? Well, I'm sure we've all seen pictures of Santorini or Athens and think, wow, that'd be a great vacation spot. So it's important that you guys know all this to travel in comfort and in knowledge. Another thing is you can have a Greek colleague and you want to be able to conduct business in a kind and non-offensive way. Lastly, just think about it. San Francisco is home to one of the biggest Greek populations in our country. So it's not uncommon that you won't come in contact with one. So it's important you learn to socialize with those in the Greek ethnicity. So first, let's go over etiquette. In business, it's the one thing where you have to be on time to, because everything else we're late to. But business, always be on time. Further, you don't even have to schedule an appointment with us. You can show up and we're fine with that. It's kind of just a courtesy to you. Another thing is, if you're going to a business meeting, say at a Greek person's house, never bring a gift that is seen that can't be reciprocated, because then it's seen as a burden and that's a big no-no. You can always stick to simple stuff like sweets, flowers, definitely wine is always accepted. And now let's move on to customs. Greeks have customs in everything, but one of the biggest things is weddings. So the bridal party and the groomsmen each have a specific role in helping the groom and the bride get ready. So someone will put on her necklace or put on her veil, and someone will do his tie and someone will do his cuffs, and it's to symbolize each person having a role and preparing them for this new way of life. Another thing is, if you ever compliment a Greek bride, please, please, please always follow with either 3 spits, fake or real, or wear the blue evil eye, which is basically just an eye that is blue. Because if you do not, then the evil eye will go against the bride and anything can happen, from her ruining her dress to the groom leaving her at the altar. So it's very important that you never compliment her without using the 3 spits or the evil eye. Another big thing is name days. Name days are bigger than your birthdays. They are the days of the saints, gods, or goddesses that you're named after, which a lot of Greek children are. And you get a party, you get sweets, you get presents, and your birthday kind of just passes on. But name days are always big. Especially if you can visit Greece during a certain name day festival, the churches always have big parties that you will definitely enjoy. Finally, my personal favorite is cuisine. Cuisine is really important to us. We have lots of holidays with different meals. One of them is Christmas. We have this thing called Christopsimo, which is the Christ bread, and it's made with lots of care, of course, because it's the bread of the Christ. Another thing is, I know unlike some other cultures, we have the hog slaughter, which is a winter event, and so all our dishes are traditionally made with pork. Another thing is, our meal schedules are kind of similar, so we have appetizers or mezzas before, and that can be cheese, crackers, definitely always wine, of course. And then, unlike your culture, our desserts usually are fresh fruit. I know that's kind of unappetizing, but fresh fruit is really important to us, and we do love our sweets and we do love our special dishes, but meals will usually be followed with fresh fruit. in conclusion, I hope you've all learned about the Greek culture and take this with knowledge. So to go over what we've done etiquette, customs, and cuisine. With that, I'd like to end on a quote. The ancient Greek definition of happiness was the full use of your powers along lines of excellence. John F. Kennedy.